Hey, welcome YouTubers to the Virginia Bushcrafter, the channel where we continue to learn and practice all those wonderful, great, fabulous skills of bushcrafting, prepping, and survival for the wilderness. Welcome everyone, and if this is your first time here, welcome as well. So today, guys, I am in an area that I've not been to before, and I am just here today just to get acclimated to the area. I've done some scouting somewhat earlier. Again, being aware of where water sources are. So one of the very first things I discovered, which did not show up on a topo map, was it showed the creek. It did not show what was above the creek, which is a bridge. So I would not source water from a creek that's running directly underneath a bridge, because what happens when it rains? Oil spills into that creek. However, I always say bring water with you, which I did. So guys, again, I'm just here to get acclimated to the area, explore the wood that's here. Of course, I'm going to have a quick bite to eat and go from there. But the first thing that I'm going to do is set up a shelter. All right, guys, I've just been sitting here checking out all of the wood here. Over here is a pine trunk with just full of fat wood. So fire won't be a problem whatsoever. A lot of dead wood on the ground, but it's basically pine wood here. Hey guys, let me just show you my shelter real quickly. This is the front of the shelter. This is basically a 5x7 poncho pitched into a lean-to, and that's a foam bedroll. So that is the front of it. And I'll just quickly show you the rear. And this is the rear, and I pull the head portion out with some paracord just to give me more room. And this is just let's see, this is a trucker's hitch, not here. Of course, there's the prusik knots and Mother Nature. We have the prusik knot with Mother Nature and a bowline. So guys, that's my shelter for today. I'm probably going to do some wandering around here, just to get familiar with the area, see if there's any wildlife, any squirrels or anything. But I'm going to be back just to make a small meal. Hey guys, I want to show you, this is a log I just split. I used a saw and then a hatchet or an axe, because it kept binding up the blade. But as you can see, this is just liquid gold. This is a pine tree, and all of this, the tree trunk and the branch, is fat wood. So guys, I'm going to bring you along when I start removing the branches to use the fat wood. And again, just out here to practice with the fantastic tools of bushcrafting. Here again is a Boreal 24 Agawa bow saw and a Marlboro's hatchet, bearded head hatchet. I mean, yes, this isn't a hatchet. You know, a hatchet is usually 16 inches or shorter, maybe 20 inches and shorter, but over 20 inches is definitely an axe. But this I consider as a hatchet because I can swing this or weld this with one hand. Hey guys, I am getting ready. Just want to show you a quick example again of how easily it is to get tinder and kindling. Again, this is a pine tree, and right at the branches is going to be fat wood. So I'm going to remove the first one. Not much, but definitely I can smell that. This should be a good piece here. You can see the fat wood just right here, but that will suffice. Here's another piece right in here. That's fat wood. And you can tell it by its smell. So guys, I'm going to collect the remainder of these. I'll be back with you. Hey guys, I'm going to saw a few pieces of wood. I don't need much because I'm not going to cook much, but quickly just going to very small size. As I said, I won't need much wood today. Hey guys, it's the only size that I need today. Build a fire pit. Be right back. Hey guys, another quick step in processing wood is actually making kindling. And that's what I'm going to do with some of these that I saw. I'm just going to take this hatchet and split them. So start by making that triangle, putting the heel at the edge, and let's see if this works. Very successful. Wood is it's very dry. And it's even great if you find a piece of wood that already has a split in it. relatively easy. That split went in the wrong direction, but there we go. Alright guys, I'm going to finish splitting this, then I'll bring you back. Hey guys, I'm going to quickly make some feather sticks. Let me put you in focus. This knife that I'm using is a cold steel survival edge knife. Very nice curls. And the reason I'm doing them on top of the bandana is to catch the shavings or the curls if they roll off. Okay, so I think we are all familiar with feather sticks and curls. So I'm gonna make some more. All right guys, hey, it is time to make a fire. Even though it's hot, you burn calories, you have to replenish. So I have everything I need for the fire. Combustion, that's number one. I have tinder, I have kindling, I have fuel underneath, and of course I have air. So let's take the combustion to the tinder. Okay, there we go. We'll let the flames come up. And to help it, we're just going to add some feather sticks to it. So this fire is already well on its way. Another feather stick. Okay, so there we have one of the most important things of bushcrafting is a fire. That fire is going to bring comfort, security, keep predators at bay, allow you to boil water, to cook. Serenity is going to add light, warmth, a host of things, guys. So that's it. When it builds up, I'll be back because I'm going to let it burn down to some coals and I'm going to start preparing a meal. We now have 16 ounces of water on top of the fire. Now, why is this important? Because we know water is essential in the bush. You cannot afford to spill water, which means you have to have the proper fire lay and coals and so forth. So I'll be very easy to remove that, to put the food into it once it comes to a boil. But here again, guys, this is a skill for bushcrafting. And now the rice is on the fire into the boiling water. So in 7 to 10 minutes we should have a meal. Okay, the rice is done. We're going to let it cool. And in the meantime, I no longer have a need for the fire, so I'm going to douse it with water. All right, guys, as you can see, the fire is out, and it's going to remain in that form until I leave, because once I have my meal, I'm going to do some squirrel hunting. But what I'm going to do, because coals are always good for another fire, I'm going to put those in a spot in a cache that because I know I'm going to come back to this location, and that fire is going to start so easily once I have all of those. But in the meantime, it's time for the meal. All right, guys. Yeah, so fire is out. Time for a meal. And it doesn't, to me, doesn't matter how hot it is. Anytime you burn calories, even the slightest bit of sawing wood or chopping wood, splitting wood, just practicing, it requires you to, or at least it requires me, to replenish my body. So I'm going to do that with some rice. It has cooled off. It could stand a bit more cooling, but my stomach is not in agreement with that. So I'm going to have this meal, and then I'm going to stash those coals, no, not coals, charcoal. I'm going to stash those somewhere, because I'm definitely coming back to this location for an overnighter. For number one, because of the abundance of the wood, there's no widowmakers here. There's a lot of foliage around. So that's what I'm going to do, guys. And you know, always have my Gatorade. All right, guys, so I'm going to munch out, and I'll be back with you. And here's a bite for you. Hey guys, just wanted to show you the tools that I brought out early this morning to practice with. And again, this is starting with a marbles hatchet. The Agawa Boreal 24-inch saw, and a Becker BK9 that I did very limited delimbing with. And I used the Cold Steel Survival Edged knife. Now, one thing about this knife, it does come with a fair sim rod. I have used it before, but I just didn't use it this time. As you can see, the sheath where the fair sim rod does fit into the sheath, and the knife so these are the tools that I brought out to practice with. Now, it's not about what tools I should bring or what tools that I'm bringing not enough tools, too many tools. I'm bringing tools to practice with. So, as you can see, it's a warm day, but again, practice with the tools. That's I think, one of the most prominent ways to become proficient using your tools. All right, YouTubers. Hey, it's been a fun day. Again, it was all about practice, nothing in particular. Hey, just coming to a location for the very first time, just to get acquainted with it. I know it has a lot of good hardwood, which would be fabulous for the winter time. So I've even marked a tree that I want to come back to this exact same location in the very, very near future, especially before hunting season. So guys, again, it's all about practice. Hey, this is Virginia Bushcrafter, getting ready to make a long drive home. So I will see you guys on the next video. And as always, like father and son, mother and daughter, human in nature, we're all akin in some form or fashion. Just get out in the bush and have some fun. Stay safe, everyone.